Rosa Parks grabs a seat in history by Faith Cattles. My name is Rosa Parks, and this is my story. I refuse to give up my seat on a crowded bus to a white man. But why am I so relevant in society today? I was living in a time where blacks and whites were separated in almost everything we did. Even our bathrooms were separated. Refusing to give up my seat wasn't the only activist movement I participated in. I became the secretary of the NAACP Foundation in 1943. When I refused to give up my seat, this sparked an outrage. This sparked the Montgomery bus boycott. For my unruly act of refusing to leave my chair, I received a $10 fine and a $4 court fee. With all of the ruckus surrounding my case, you would have thought I killed a man. Word spread about my arrest quickly, even though the only call I made was to my husband. Around 3,500 flyers were spread around to boycott the buses on the day of my trial. I'm sure you're wondering why this specific event of simply defying the rules led to such a great movement in history. All I did was not move from my seat, right? My simple decision not to give up my seat resulted in creating the pinpoint movement that the American Revolution was put into full swing. The Montgomery Improvement Association, or the MIA, decided to take the boycott into their own hands. The MIA Association elected Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. as president of the MIA. Sound familiar? Well, that's a different story. Many critics argue that I didn't deserve all of the recognition that I received. I never asked to be recognized. At the time, I didn't realize that I was starting a movement. My feet hurt from working all day, and I wanted to sit down. In fact, I struggled after my arrest. At this time, it was very difficult for a woman to find a job after an arrest. I was never violent in my protest. I was living in a time, however, that a black man could be arrested for looking at a white woman. The simple act was looked at as violent. Can you imagine? I was fortunate enough to live until an old age. I was able to see the effects that my fight and my people's fight had on the society of the future. Although blacks have worked for their freedom and equality since they arrived in the United States, my civil disobedience and arrest changed the focus of the movement, from only relying on the courts to gain equality to rejecting and protesting their treatment in segregated states. Today, blacks and whites have every ability to live together peacefully and equally. If I would have known staying put in my seat would have sparked all this, I would have done it long before. I'm very proud of how far society has come today.